guys heard of this condition called extreme ashy handiosis? It's real. It's called extreme ashy handiosis. Ashy handiosis. Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's ashy handiosis. Hi everyone and welcome back. You're hanging out with me, Naledi M official, and we're hanging out today on Hotspot where I do another TV recap. Now, if there's one thing I know you guys love me for is TV recaps, but can you love me for something else? Because having to watch 13 episodes of a season and finding out that it's really underwhelming takes up a lot of my emotional time, okay? But that's okay. I do it because I love you guys. I love you, I love you, I love you guys. So for today's TV recap, we are doing none other than Have Faith.
Guess who's back? And she's saying yes to love.
Do you think I have time to do my groups?
Yes to vibing.
So we must get you late?
Yeah, I wasn't invited.
I cannot chase after a friendship. I
will not apologize.
And an even bigger yes to more drama.
Where are you guys? You should have been here.
I'm gonna marry a rich Zulu man.
They will never leave their culture for their slave queen women.
Say yes to a Faith Season 3 coming soon to MTV Channel 130 from Monday the 25th of October.
Alrighty then. So, if you guys have seen Have Faith, you should know that there's a Season 3 that's airing on the 25th of October on MTV Channel 130 at 9:30 Central African Time. Make sure to catch it because I'm also looking forward to it. But what I want to do is kind of review Season 2 and unpack what we saw and what we can learn from it, okay? Now, I did a TV recap of Have Faith in the past, right? And I did it and I said, I was really looking forward to it. I really felt like they were gonna give me a lot of her, and I kind of got this whole defensive, guarded feeling when it came to Faith and her friends and all like the fake fights and the fake throwing wines, and I was like, bruh, who scripted this? Who wrote this? Okay, cut the cameras. Damn. I could have even orchestrated a better fight than that. But all I'm saying is, like any other human being, reality shows can be really daunting. Reality TV is really daunting because now you are airing out your life on social media. And for someone like Faith Ngeti, who has always been very quiet about her personal life, her love life, there were so many things I didn't know about her until I watched her reality show Have Faith and found out that, you know what, like any other human being, she has those trials and tribulations that she goes through. So Season 2 kind of really showcased or unpacked a different side to Faith that I really wasn't expecting, but I was so happy to see, because that's essentially what reality TV is about. Being able to kind of relate to someone, being able to know more about someone, having someone showcase vulnerable aspects of the show. And I'm just gonna highlight the kind of things that I liked, or like the certain pinnacle points in the show that I really enjoyed, or not to say really enjoyed, but I felt more like from a relatability aspect, I could definitely see myself watching Season 3, which is exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna watch Season 3, bruh. I mean, who wouldn't watch it, bro? I mean, it's Faith. Have faith in the fact that I'm gonna watch Season 3 of Have Faith. You know what, guys? I'm just gonna be dead honest. You know, Faith is a really popular person. She's really popular. She's big in the industry. And as someone who's as big as her... Okay, I'm not that big. That's not my point. I'm just a measly little YouTuber. But I'm saying, as someone who has recently felt the effects of being in a space where a lot of people know you, it's overwhelming. And I get the feeling, or I get the idea that Faith, as someone who generally keeps to herself, she's very reserved. She doesn't really know how to navigate those spaces, and in doing so, she is very guarded. And as someone who has been in the spotlight since she was really young, since the Pro Twerker days, she's kind of worked so hard to rebrand and reshape her image, and I can definitely give her kudos for that. Like someone like me as well, it's very hard to kind of try and, you know, be yourself when everybody has this one-sided mentality about you. So I think the one thing that I liked in the show is she was more open. One, she was more vulnerable, and she did touch on the fact that she wasn't too pleased to be around her family members. And you know what, guys? Family members are so overrated. Like, if I could just ask to swap my friends with my, like, to just swap and have my friends as my family members and some family members as friends, I would definitely do that. I would honestly trade some of my friends as family members and family members as friends. Some family members make it very hard to love you when all they do is judge. Like, you know, when you have that judgy auntie at like the braai, and she's like, wow, Naledi, you've gained weight. And it's like, but I'm getting older. What was I supposed to do? Like, be on a decline? Benjamin Button? Was I supposed to grow into a baby? Like, what was supposed to happen? You know what I mean? So I think with Faith and this season, what I saw was someone who was more open to the public about who she was and the experiences she had. So a lot of the trials and tribulations with her brother, obviously suffering from, you know, drug addiction, and kind of really talking about it and coming to terms with it. But you could see that Faith wasn't too pleased with that. Like, you can see that she does everything to protect her energy. And as much as I am someone who bears my heart on my chest and my shoulders, seeing someone who's always in the spotlight want to be defensive, I totally get it. I totally get it, because people, what you give to the public will have an opinion on. So I can come here and say, you know what, I'm the funniest person in South Africa, and someone is gonna come there and say, bruh, you're not that funny, and then we can have a debate about it. But I'm hilarious. Okay, Gareth Cliff said I'm hilarious, and that is the stamp of approval on hilariosity. Okay, and I really don't need your comments, because I know I'm funny. Another thing that I really enjoyed, I think, in the season was the baby shower that she did for her best friend Kim. Like, I can't even get my friends to buy me like a pair of shoes, okay? And that baby shower reminded me that I need to show my friends what other friends are doing for them, and then tell them that, hey bruh, like, look at what other friends are doing for each other. I don't know, I'm just saying. But it was really sweet to see that side of Faith. You can really see that she values her friendships. She doesn't have that many friends, but the friends that she does have, she values them, and she loves them fiercely. And I use the word fiercely because she always comes through for Kim. She's always been there for Kim. Even when we saw in season 1 how they kind of, you know, threw the wine at each other and stuff, and they had that little temporary fallout. When Faith needs to be there, she is there. And I loved that for her. I loved that for Kim. I loved that for her. It definitely highlighted how good of a friend she is in terms of that aspect. And another situation that she really touched on in season 2 that actually made me want to watch season 3 is the miscarriage. And that was a particularly sad moment. I felt like that is such a sad thing to talk about, especially on camera where thousands of people are gonna see. But the good thing in talking about things like that is that what Faith highlighted is her human side. You know, we know Faith and we see her as a social media icon. I don't know, like a personality. Yeah, we go onto social media and we see Faith, but we don't see Faith. She even said her real name, her actual Sotho name, and I was like, dude, first of all, why didn't my parents give me another name? Why am I just Naledi? Like, really? Bruh, I really wanna, guys, is it possible to go to Home Affairs and add your own name? Is it possible to add your own name on your ID? Can you come up with your own name and say Naledi the greatest Malela? Is it possible? Because if it is, that's what I'm gonna do. Naledi Goats Malela. Naledi Grootman of the YouTubes. I'm joking. Yeah. I am done. And then I think the other topic that I really enjoyed and made me want to watch season 3 is Anzelo. Oh, that one was so sad. It was so sad because in the show, and I just want to highlight that his parents must just say, we want to get a divorce. They mustn't put the blame on Anzelo, bro. Like, what yeah? So Anzelo is obviously his sexual orientation. He's part of the LGBTQ, and he came clean to his parents about the fact that he obviously likes other men. And it was so painful to watch someone being victimized for their sexual preference. Like it was so painful to witness. I mean, Anzelo already bears the trials and tribulations of going through other things, and now he must still deal with his parents at home obviously not seeing eye to eye because of the situation. And I just, my heart went out to him in that moment, because I can imagine how difficult it is to go through that and still have that on national TV being displayed. Like, it was so painful. And as someone who obviously is an avid supporter of the LGBTQ, I was heartbroken, because he already faces so many other things, especially in the world that we live in. Like, for him to already suffer that pain at home and that guilt, it was so painful to witness. I wouldn't wish that on anyone, but I really hope that he moves past it and understands that that is something he cannot change, and that is not his fault. That's what I hope he knows, that it is not his fault, you know. But throughout this season, what they definitely did was show us more of themselves. I loved it. I definitely would give this season a good, I'd give it a good 8.5. I'd give it a good 8.5. You know what? They really came through, especially with the reality of things. They came through. They really spoke. They opened up. They showcased the love and care they have for each other. Nothing was orchestrated. Nothing felt orchestrated. Everything just felt like being in that space. And I'm kind of glad that you got a season 3, because I'd really like to see what season 3 has to offer, especially the mystery man that appeared in season 3. I was just like, hey boo. But yeah, guys, that is it. That is my review and recap of Have Faith. Make sure to check it out. Season 3 is dropping on the 25th of October. MTV channel 130 at 9:30 Central African time. But until then, your fave, Naledi M official, is out, and I'll see you in my next TV recap on Hotspot.